Hi children, the title of the book, The Journey of Captain Scaredy Cat. Author Jose Carlos Andre and Sonia Wimmer. Captain Scaredy Cat looks like a pirate, dresses like a pirate, and roars yoo-hoo-hoo like pirates do. Everything shows he's a real pirate. Captain Scaredy Cat never used to be afraid of anything. Not of sharks, not of the night, not of storms, not even of sharks on a stormy night. He was so daring that not even rancid milk nor girls' kisses scared him. He was the bravest of them all. Not long ago, and for no special reason, the captain started to be scared of everything. The size of his new shoes, the itchiness of his coat, and even his own height. He was also fearful that his crew would laugh at him. Everything scared him, even his own shadow. Captain Scaredy Cat's ship was called the Angry Shark, and the members of his crew were very rude, tough, and wild. They loved their captain very much, but they never told him because pirates do not talk about their feelings. When they knew that Captain Scaredy Cat was so scared, they decided to help him. They thought and they thought and they thought. The only idea they could come up with was to take him on the blue-eyed ghost's ship. "What horrible help you offer me," said Captain Scaredy Cat. The pirates of his crew were very rough, and thinking was not their thing. When Captain Scaredy Cat was left alone on the ship, what was expected happened. A ghost appeared, but not any ordinary ghost. It was the blue-eyed ghost. "Doo!" screamed the ghost. Poor Captain Scaredy Cat almost dootied in his pants. He was so scared that he could not even run. The ghost was getting closer and closer and closer. The pirate shook more than a ferocious lightning flash. When he could not handle the fear anymore, Captain Scaredy Cat started to think, "Wait a moment. Do ghosts exist?" No, they don't exist. And so he shouted out loud, "They don't exist, they don't exist, they don't exist." Then all of a sudden, the ghost vanished. Captain Scaredy Cat was just beginning to recover from the shock when something hideously skinny and whitish, wearing a black cape with long, sharp fangs, appeared. "A vampire! Yum, yum, yum!" yelled the vampire, showing his teeth with his mouth open. Captain Scaredy Cat trembled as the vampire got closer and closer, so close that the captain could even smell his garlic breath. Captain Scaredy Cat thought to himself again, "Do vampires exist?" he whispered, quivering like a paper ship in open sea. "No, of course they don't." So he shouted out loud, "They don't exist, they don't exist, they don't exist." And then the vampire vanished. Captain Scaredy Cat started to think that he was imagining everything and decided to explore the haunted ship. But then, as happens to nosy captains, he came across something horrific. A giant, enormous, and colossal werewolf. Roar, 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 barked the werewolf. The creature was ugly, 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 truly ugly. Worst of all, he was full of fleas and looked enraged. The creature was getting closer, and so were the fleas. He was so close that one flea bit Captain Scaredy Cat's big toe. And the captain started to think again. Wait a moment. Do werewolves exist? Thought the pirate, smiling to himself. And he shouted out loud with confidence. They don't exist. They don't exist. They don't exist. And the werewolf vanished. Tired, satisfied, and with no fear left, Captain Scaredy Cat decided to go to sleep. He made the bed with blue-eyed sheets, covered himself with a black cape, and hugged his teddy wolf. And from that night on, Captain Scaredy Cat slept peacefully and was never, ever afraid again. The end. Hope you enjoyed the story. See you in another book. Bye-bye.